Hi guys, welcome to this video. I'm Prashant, I'm the founder of Wordpandit, and this is a super exciting video because we're starting off with a new initiative. This will take a couple of extra minutes than the other videos that we'll have in this section. We're starting off with something new. We already run an awesome section on the website, which is daily vocabulary from newspapers, Indian and international, 5 words each in 2 posts, super detailed posts with visuals, with graphics. Now we are taking it to the absolute next level. We've got a daily revision video as well, which will be put up in both these posts. One video for both posts. So we'll cover 10 words in a rapid fire manner. Now, where can you find this section? You just go to wordpandit.com. You've got the daily vocab from newspaper section in the menu. This is how the page looks like. You've got all these previous updates. We put in a lot of hard work. All these updates for the whole year already put up, so you can consume as much vocabulary content as you want. The sky is the limit in terms of learning. Learn as much as you want to. We have the resources for you. And then we've also got a daily quiz right at the bottom of the post. There's a revision quiz that you should take up. So it's complete 360-degree holistic learning for you guys, covering everything possible from quizzes to visual vocabulary posters to content to mnemonics. And now, to add the cherry on the top, you've got this fat bald man with the explanation video as well. So everything is done. Let's get started with the 10 words in this particular video. Let's study them quickly. Let's understand them. I'll go beyond the meanings here, right? So I'll go beyond the meanings because I don't want to repeat. 10 rapid fire words. The first word is indulgence. What is indulgence? This lady here is indulging in her favorite foods. This is when you allow yourself to excessively enjoy or satisfy your pleasures, right? It's excessively. When you indulge in something, you go beyond the normal limits, right? So weekend trips became his favorite indulgence after a long work week. Just signifies that when you just go that little extra mile, you indulge in something. So that is what indulgence stands for. Generally, within context of food, it's used negatively, and in other contexts, it can be used positively as well, has both negative and positive connotations, right? Generally, they say rich people have a lot of indulgences. Obviously, they can afford to have those. Next word that we have, mass-produced. This is actually a perfect representation. Mass-produced at a mass level. iPhones are mass-produced. They're produced in a factory on an assembly line, one after the other. Tuck, 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 tuck. Made in large quantities using machinery, not handmade. The mass-produced goods have one common feature. Think about it philosophically. Mass-produced goods do not have a unique character of their own. When you make a handmade good, every piece turns out to be unique. It has its own quirks. But a mass-produced item, standardized, no quirks. That's the difference between mass-produced and handmade items. I told you I'll go beyond the scope. I'll make you think, right? That's the purpose here. Frontier. Frontier is a word which is very, very common, right? Generally, we know what it stands for, but again, we'll go beyond the meanings. A border between two countries or the edge of a settled or explored territory. So one is the border between two countries. So we call it frontier areas. The border between India and Pakistan, those are frontier areas. The edge of settled or explored territory. So in the olden days, what was Columbus doing when he was traveling around the world? He was exploring the frontiers of the world, discovering new and new territories, taking the frontiers beyond. Now, the metaphorical meaning in the world of AI, what is happening today, what is artificial intelligence doing? It is taking the frontiers of knowledge to the next level. Those frontiers are continuously being expanded upon. They are being pushed forward in the future, right? So the frontiers of knowledge are increasing, and it is human hubris, right? It's human pride. We generally, every generation believes they've arrived at the frontier of knowledge, only for the next generation to take it further. That is something that happens with frontiers. Fascinated? You should be fascinated with this video so far. We have a fascinating explanation here. Fascinating is something which is greatly interested or amazed by something, intensely curious or captivated. I hope you are captivated by this video, by these words, and you can recall these. What are you fascinated by? I know generally young boys and girls are fascinated by members of the opposite sex, but that is your fascination. Your fascination should be actually the dreams that you want to achieve. That is what should fascinate you. Cosmos. What is cosmos? The universe seen as a well-ordered whole, the entire physical world in space, everything around us, that is the cosmos. That is what it stands for. She gazed at the night sky, feeling a deep connection with the vast cosmos. So whenever you have to depict vastness, you can use cosmos in a metaphorical sense as well. For example, I feel as if I'm lost in the cosmos. That means I'm lost in this huge territory and I can't figure out where am I headed, right? So that is something that you can do. Irreconcilable, the next word, impossible to bring into agreement or harmony. Asia Cup final, India and Pakistan, two teams on the podium. The differences seemed irreconcilable. We refused to go and take the trophy. They refused to give the trophy. Irreconcilable, impossible to bring into agreement or harmony. And these actions were condemned by one and all. We said that the PCB chairman has run away with the trophy. So we condemned them, declared them as wrong, unfit, especially by law or public opinion. Public opinion in India was definitely very categorical. This was unfair to the Indian cricket team. The PCB chairman ran away with the trophy and we need to condemn his actions. That is, declare as wrong or unfit. But at the end of the day, as a cricket lover, this is a grim situation. Why is this a grim situation? A lover of the sport, serious, gloomy, lacking hope. I would, at the end of the day, I love the game so much, I wouldn't have wanted the tournament to end in such grim, gloomy scenarios, right? You want it to be a celebration of the sport and not serious, dark, or gloomy, or lacking hope. If you have a grim demeanor, that means you have a very gloomy demeanor. You're always sad and sitting in the corner and sulking. So make sure you don't have one. Now, one way of tackling grim demeanors, grim life, is build beautiful aesthetics around yourself. Which are these aesthetics? The study or appreciation of beauty, art, and good taste. So if you have good taste, generally women do, they do all the selections. Men, ask them their favorite color, black or blues. That is all their aesthetic sense is limited to. So the study or appreciation of beauty, art, good taste, that is what aesthetics are. And in this modern day world, in the day and age of modernism, modernism is the style or movement in art, architecture, literature that aims to break free from the traditional forms. There is always a conflict in society. There are the traditional norms, there are the modernists, they are at loggerheads with each other. The modernists want to change the systems. The conservatives, the traditionalists want to maintain the systems. They say what has been good, let's continue doing it. Modernists say, let's bring in a new perspective, and hence the conflict in society. This conflict will never end, probably is part of the fun of living in the world with fellow human beings who can think and reason. I hope you enjoyed these 10 words. The purpose of going through these 10 words was to provide you with some additional learning, something to hold on to, some fun, entertainment, and motivation and energy when you learn these words. I hope you had a good time with the Fat Ball Man.